So guys, here we are in the dev server. I had some questions that I draw from the forum, right? That Zmin and other community managers answered, and coming from the devs about the upcoming update. So we have 10 of these answers, which are very interesting because it lets us know some of the stuff that it is coming, okay? So yeah, let's just get right into it, and we're gonna talk about all these answers and questions and everything. I brought like 10, but there's so other many, like in the forum you can go after them, you know, there's so many. These are just some of them that we can kind of draw the attention to. The first one is for the F-15C Golden Eagle, okay? So we have basically three things to talk about this vehicle. So apparently Gaijin is considering the BOL, flare countermeasure pod on the pylons over here. So they're still considering it. Nothing official for now. We don't know if it's actually going to have it or not, but it is, being there, so it's being considered. Another thing, guys, is basically regarding this. So the IRST of it, which, by the way, I don't know if this sniper pod can be used, but there is a certain pod that the Golden Eagle can use that can be used as an IRST, okay? And people are asking about it. Apparently, it is planned to be added in the future, but not in these majors. So apparently, the F-15C Golden Eagle in the future will have the IRST module. That will be a pod that you can take, and it will become an IRST. Okay. And regarding the the loadouts and everything, apparently everything is pretty much ready. So you will not see like 4 AIM-120s over here on the wings, for example. Double pylons, like quadruple pylons or anything like that, right? So, yeah, it's kind of sad if you would like to see them, but to be honest, you can take, I would take 6 of these probably together with like 2 AIM-9s just for the sake of it, and it would be an amazing BVR machine. With the IASA radar and the performance of an F-15, it will be pretty much one of the best aircraft in the game. So, yeah, I understand that some people are frustrated about these things, but it is pretty good, but they are looking into it. They said that they're gonna look how the performance is, the stats and everything, and then after that, they will introduce more missiles, less missiles. Less missiles, no, but more missiles if needed, right? So yeah. One thing that it's pretty interesting about the British Apache Guardian over here is that it's gonna have a different name. Yes, apparently they're gonna have the same naming platform as the Mark 1 over here. It will be the AH Mark II Apache, and apparently it's not going to be named AH-64E, okay? A small thing, but it is pretty cool because it is the British name, right? Now, regarding the pack sale that it is on the store right now, guys, I even forgot to say that if you already have purchased some, it would disappear. So, for example, the ML, I forgot to mention that the ML is there, and it is a good one for you to buy, okay? But so this is not going to be the last, sale that we have this year, okay? So at the end of the year, they are saying that we're going to have another one, okay? So don't you worry if there's not a vehicle here that you want, or maybe a vehicle that you wanted is not here, something like that. It will be added in the future very soon on the December end of the year sale, okay? Probably. So keep an eye out. I will be covering on the channel, of course, but yeah, just for you to let you know, they are saying that, okay? Then about the Hawks, apparently they are not going to add the red arrows camouflage for it because it was never used on the Hawk 200, right? But probably will eventually be added for the market as a fictional maybe one, or semi-historical actually, right? Or even as War Thunder Live one. So if you want that skin, which is a very iconic skin for the Hawk, right? It's not coming for this one, coming from Gaijin on the very least. Another thing, guys, is that the Mosquito over here is not going to be a premium vehicle. It is going to be a squadron vehicle. So if you were wondering about it, it is going to be a squadron vehicle. It is the same problem that the JH7 had it, and some others as well, that they're just putting into the game, and then afterwards they're, finishing up the touches and stuff, which means that sometimes you will see a vehicle that appears as a premium on the dev, but it's not. So the Mosquito Mark 16 here, the new Mosquito with the 4,000 pounder, you will see it as a squadron vehicle, not as a premium for you to buy, which is great. that everybody can get it, right? Another thing about the British Apache, guys, is that this vehicle is not going to receive the Brimstone, which I think it's a little bit weird, but their reasoning is that it is kind of... it has two things about it. The first one is that the Brimstone will not have the multi-mode seekers. For example, it will not have the radar and everything, just like it is with the Tornadoes and Eurofighters and stuff. Which means, guys, that it will be basically just a laser-guided missile. Just like the Eurofighter one is, right? And with that in mind, it kind of becomes redundant. So that's what they are saying, okay? So it's kind of weird, but I still believe that, I mean, you could substitute the like semi-active laser AGM-179 for the Brimstone. At least it would have some uniqueness to it. But I understand what they're saying as well, because it kind of doesn't matter too much. So, yeah, that's what they're saying, right? So, no Brimstone for the British Apache Guardian. At the same time, they are saying that it's not just the fact of just being a missile that cannot be added with the radar seeker. It is actually a missile that would be redundant together with the semi-active laser one from the AGM-179, okay? So, that's just kind of a denial there that no Brimstone will be coming for the British Apache. I think it could. I mean, it wouldn't matter too much if you want to be more authentic, right? Maybe with the range that the Brimstone has, maybe it will be on par as well. Probably worse a little bit, but still, I think it would be worth to at least, you know, add it just for the sake of the vehicle uses, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay. Another one that is pretty sad, guys, is that no J10C will be added in this update due to the JH7s being added. So they're probably postponing the addition of that just because we already had two vehicles from the Air 3 being added, one premium and one not. It is still kind of sad, but they're probably going to add that together maybe in the last patch of the year or something, right? They didn't deny it that it will be coming, they just denied it that it's not in this patch, right? So the J10C is coming probably very soon, but not for now, I would say, right? So kind of sad, but it is what it is. So at least we are getting new JH7s, which are pretty fun aircraft to fly. Another denial that we have is for the MiG-29 Sniper. No R-73s for the thing. You know, the same good old, it will increase its BR. Honestly, I wouldn't mind to have a 13.0 BR and have the R-73s. It would be way more fun than flying just R-60Ms on this thing, even with a higher BR, so this is my opinion. But yeah, denial again of the Sniper, or to be honest, any other MiG-29 that is at 12.7 right now to receive the R-73s. Then there is something about the Oplot over here, guys, that it should be a different model. That's what they are talking about, but apparently Gaijin is adding the Oplot that we are having, okay? So, for example, here, the Japanese one, the Taiwan is the Oplot-T, right? And apparently it will be just named the Pakistani here will be the M. It was renamed as the M, right? Because the P would be another model, but apparently this is it. You know, this is what Gaijin wants to add for the Pakistani, like Chinese Oplot, okay? So there won't be a change on the turret, on the armor, on anything. They just changed the name and that's it. You know, it's going to be this vehicle, which is very, very similar to the Taiwan that is in the Japanese factory. And the last thing, guys, is that basically Gaijin in this update is, at least they are, you know, kind of acknowledging that there is a problem there, but basically they are denying that in this update they will fix finally the stealthiness of helicopters when they are standing still, even with the rotors one, right? So basically what happens here, guys, is that when helicopters are stationary, they become a little bit stealthy, you know, they become invisible because of the pulse Doppler radar, you know, using the Doppler effect it needs for the one of the vehicles to be moving, you know, towards you or away from you for you to detect, especially towards you, right? And helicopters are basically stealth when they're stationary, just like an aircraft would be. But the problem is that helicopters have rotors, right? They have the wings that are rotating above the helicopter itself, and that creates radio signature, basically, right? Or radar signature, which will make you be able to lock onto the target. So, they're saying that this feature is not being added. So the problem with locking with especially Fox 3 missiles, helicopters will remain for now. But at least they're kind of answering. So maybe they now acknowledge that it is a problem and it will be, fixed in the future. And basically, these are it, guys. There are many, many others. If you want to see more of these, let me know in the comments. But there's so many. These are the ones more interesting that I picked up in the last 3 days. So yeah, very interesting. J10 deny it, but yeah, Brimstone deny it and some others. But it is still pretty interesting to have a little bit more information on the update, okay? So see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys, see ya.